Greenland for national security purposes. The people are going to probably vote for independence or to come into the United States. But if they did do that, then I would tariff Denmark at a very high level.
Welcome back to my channel, Historical USA. Here we discuss the people, places, and events that made America. And while I normally spend a lot of time on my podcast, The Road to Revolution, where we are mapping out the narrative of the American colonies and their quest for independence from the British Empire, I thought it would be fun to do some more interesting historical videos on Friday in a series that I am calling Fun Historical Fact Friday here on Historical USA. Today, I thought it would be fun to dive into the fascinating history of the United States and the several attempts to purchase Greenland. Yes, this icy island has caught the attention of America several times, and for some pretty good reasons. So let's explore the history and the strategic importance of Greenland to the United States. Now, our story actually begins all the way back in the mid-19th century. That really is when the United States first showed interest. Now, 1867, William Seward, who is the Secretary of State, is fresh off a successful negotiation and acquisition of Alaska. And while in his time it was not a popular idea, in fact, the whole deal was called Seward's Folly by the press, Seward was riding high and felt that the annexation of both Greenland and Iceland was worthy of serious consideration. Now, in 1869, negotiations by the Secretary for purchasing both Greenland and Iceland were underway. And the deal was struck that we would buy both of those islands from Denmark for 5.5 million in gold bars. And we almost had it. It was nearly complete. He even commissioned a report called A Report on the Resources of Iceland and Greenland. However, probably because of all the scrutiny he had received from annexing Alaska, no formal deal was ever actually presented to Denmark. But the idea of acquiring Greenland was seen as a strategic move due to its location and potential resources.
Here, flying with the American Air Force, one of our cameramen records the stark look of Greenland's icy mountains.
Fast forward to the 20th century. In 1946, the United States even made a bold move by offering 100 million in gold bars to Denmark in exchange for Greenland. Now, why would they want that? Well, the strategic importance of Greenland during the Cold War was undeniable. Its proximity to the Soviet Union in the Arctic made it a key location for military bases and early warning systems. In fact, Secretary of State James F. Barnes even was reported as saying that, quote, Greenland is the most strategically located piece of land in the world. Fast forward to the 21st century, President Donald Trump has revived the idea of America once again trying to purchase Greenland.
Well, Greenland, I don't know, it got released somehow. It's just something we talked about. Denmark essentially owns it. We're very good allies with Denmark. We protect Denmark like we protect large portions of the world. So the concept came up, and I said certainly strategically it's interesting, and we'd be interested, but we'll talk to them a little bit. It's not number one on the burner, I can tell you that. Essentially, it's a large real estate deal. A lot of things could be done. It's hurting Denmark very badly because they're losing almost $700 million a year carrying. So they carry it at a great loss. And strategically for the United States, it would be nice. And we're a big ally of Denmark, and we help Denmark, and we protect Denmark, and we will. In fact, I'm supposed to stop. I'm thinking about going there. I'm not definitely going there, but I may be going. We're going to Poland, and then we may be going to Denmark. Not for this reason at all. But we're looking at it. It's not number one on the burner.
See, Greenland's strategic fit for the United States includes its geopolitical importance, military presence, and resource richness. So let's break this down. Greenland sits between North America, Europe, and Russia, making it a crucial point for Arctic security and potential new shipping routes due to climate change. Right now, the United States military base at Fatufik Space Base is vital for missile defense and space surveillance, securing American interests in the Arctic region. Greenland's mineral wealth is also significant, with rare earth elements, oil, and natural gas offering immense economic potential. And while the United States has yet to purchase Greenland, its strategic importance remains undeniable, from its geopolitical position to its natural resources. Greenland continues to be a point of interest for American policy makers.
CBS News has learned that Mr. Trump wants to buy Greenland. The Danish legislatures have called the idea grotesque, and as Seth Doan has learned, not everyone on the world's largest island is warming up to the idea.
Now, this idea has no shortage of critics. Critics have had a lot to say about this attempt. In 2019, Denmark called President Trump's idea ridiculous. See, many argue that purchasing Greenland would disregard the will of its inhabitants and undermine their sovereignty. Additionally, the historical context of land purchases often involve coercion and lack of popular consent, which complicates the ethical considerations. Greenland's prime minister has said, quote, "This island is not for sale." Now, despite these criticisms, proponents argue that the inhabitants of Alaska, for instance, have thrived under U.S. sovereignty, and a similar deal could benefit Greenlanders with economic subsidies and improved defense. In conclusion, while the idea of purchasing Greenland may seem unconventional, it has historical precedent and strategic merit. Whether or not it will ever happen, it's clear that Greenland remains a point of significant interest for President Trump and other American policymakers. Let me know down in the comments below, what are your thoughts? Should America try and acquire Greenland in some form? Maybe make it a new territory, make it another state, or just enter into some sort of strategic partnership independent of Denmark? Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Historical USA, and let us know in the comments what you think about the United States attempts to purchase Greenland. Until next time, bye.